Now, I'll apologize right off the bat from here on out because I've been ill recently. And I think my voice doesn't really show it, but we'll soon find out, won't we? Anyway, hey there guys, my name is Nix and welcome back to Steins. Last time, we started looking for Amame's dad again. We're gonna get there eventually. In fact, we might get there this episode, I'm not sure yet. Anyway, it's the night of the 11th. I went back for about 40 hours. My objective is to keep watching the street's vendor stand in the hopes that Suzuha's father might appear. I sent Suzuha elsewhere. I don't want him to be disappointed if I come up empty-handed. I'm standing out of sight a short distance away from the stand, munching on energy bars and soy milk to appease my growling stomach. I'm assuming you're not munching the soy milk, that's a bit weird. Then again, I've never had soy milk, is it crunchy? I've already been here for 2 hours. I forgot to ask the exact time the suspicious character appeared, so I had to begin my stakeout before sunset. Now it's 8 PM and the stand looks like it's about to close. Is this another waste of time? That foreigner gave me false information. But just as I'm finishing my milk, someone approaches the stand. Is that? I jump out of cover. Daru! Daru? Okarin? Daru jumps in surprise. But I'm the one who's really shocked here. What are you doing here? I was going to ask the same question. The storekeeper is looking at us funny, so we decided to change locations. Alright, Daru. What were you doing at the street stand? Don't tell me you were trying to counterfeit duplicates of Taita's pin. What if... Oh, are we finally realizing the thought that what if Daru is Suzuha's dad? I didn't make that joke. I says, what if I'm Suzuha's dad? What if Okarin was Suzuha's dad? I didn't contemplate Daru, but if the thought... I mean, I was on a sort of right line, I guess. Fine. I won't tell you then. So that's what happened. Daru was the suspicious character the foreigner told me about. So all that stuff about judo, pro wrestling, and balloons were referring to Daru's size? Could he have been more confusing? Damn, it was all for nothing. Good thing I didn't bring Suzuha along. So why were you trying to make counterfeit versions of the pin? I wasn't trying to counterfeit it. Close enough. Well, I meant it as a backup plan, I guess. Amame's gonna be sad if we don't find her old man, right? So if that happens, I'll show her the badges I made and, well, lie that her dad was here. So you'll give her false hope. You don't have to put it like that. Remember, there are good lies and bad lies. Bad lies hurt people. Good lies save them. What eroge did you get that from? Clanad. Is that a put on Clanad? I don't know. It just, for some reason, I'm gonna say it triggered something in me. I haven't actually seen Clanad, so I don't know. Cladan, and it's not an eroge, it's a visual novel that teaches you the meaning of life, so shut up! So, should I call off Operation Fake Taita? Do you really think that would make Suzuha happy? Daru's expression suddenly turns sad. Amame told me not to tell anyone, but... I guess I better tell you. He's got a big mouth, as usual. Still, he seems dead serious, so I better hear him out. I heard this from Amameshi while we were discussing the repairs. Her time machine can only leap to the past. What? At first, I don't understand what he means. Nonsense. Taita's time machine could travel both ways. Did you actually see it? Well, no. Besides, when you say Taida, you mean the one who appeared in 2000, don't you? I don't know anything about that, Taida. That's right. The Taita I know and Suzuha aren't necessarily the same person. Although the time machines are similar, there are significant differences. For example, one looks like a Chevy and the other looks like a satellite. So, wait. Once she leaves, she can't come back. You're saying that she goes to 1975, she can't return to 2010. Not without living 35 years in real time. Is he serious? Does that mean Suzuha's time machine can never return to 2036? Didn't I just say that? Then it's defective! Right. She said the time machine was incomplete. Incomplete? Incomplete? According to Amame, her old man built it in secret by reverse engineering CERN technology. But CERN killed him before he could complete it. Amame, she insists that it's fine as long as she can leap to the past, but... Are you sure about this? She said so herself. I don't think she was lying. No, she doesn't mean her old man before the time machine is repaired. She might never get another chance. So that's why he was trying to make a copy of the pin. There's evidence that Suzuha's father was here. But making a fake version of her father's pin isn't going to solve anything. A lie is a lie. But if we don't get caught... I waved Dara silent and massaged my temples. I need to think. What difference does it make? True, Suzuha might be sad about missing her father, but that's none of my business. My top priority is Mayuri's safety. That's right. I mustn't let my emotions control me. I need to be more rational and more logical. There's a Japanese proverb, he who pursues two hares will catch neither. However, a sad smile on Suzuha's face. Now I understand what it meant. I feel something tighten deep within my chest. The next day, as night falls, I summon all lab members except Kurisu to Radakan. It's boiling hot on the rooftop, even in the evening. When I provide Dara with the refreshing gift of cola, his sweaty face lights up. I'm hearing noises outside, and I know it's not the cat because she's here with me. And I'm bothering her sleep, so... Yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah, cola. Wow, Corinne. A nice cold zero-calorie cola. How thoughtful of you. Dara happily takes the cola and chugs it straight from the bottle. Afterward, Dara and Suzuha start discussing the time machine. Mayuri and I watch from a short distance away.
Hey, Ocarine! Isn't it amazing Silent was a time machine?
Ah, good. It's good to know with a still throat I can still do the Mayuri voice. That's the difficult one. Followed by Kurisu, because that's just the perfect area where my voice likes to crack. Yeah, I guess so.
I'm glad Susie-san wasn't hurt in the crash. I had it really hard. It's really hard to drive. But the gravitational, coordinates are off by just a teensy bit. The whole time machine becomes a jelly man and goes bloop. And she never even said her time machine's unstable. It's not even a CERN model. I'm worried about her trip to 1975. Do you think I should go with her? What if I'd fit?
What would you do in 1975?
I'd choose Susie-san on, of course. I'd hold her hand super tight and tell her that everything's gonna be okay. machine has a name. 名前はついてるのかな?
気になるなら
If you want to know, just ask Taisa.
聞けばいい。
そうだね. I usually didn't think of that. してたよ.
Mayuri giggles, then runs off to talk to Suzuha. She returns a few seconds later.
名前あった. It has a name. FG204 something she said. Anyway, don't you think Daru-kun and Suzu-san are a good match?
I look at Daru and Suzuha again.
ダルはそもそも
Daru's all about Faris.
Oh, really?
She tilts her head to the side.
Hey, maybe you should take a closer look at the time machine.
I nod and Mayuri runs over to the time machine again. Behind her, the sun glows dark and orange on the horizon. As Mayuri leaves, Suzuha comes over to stand beside me. Our shadows are long and murky in the fading light.
Ishida Itaru's amazing. He said that if things go well, he could have the time machine fixed by tomorrow. And he looks so unhealthy and slow.
A refreshing breeze blows by. It was quite hot a few minutes ago, but the temperature's finally starting to drop.
Hey. There's something I want to say, and I feel like I'll never get another chance. You listening?
After a moment's hesitation, I give a little nod.
I'm really grateful to you. All of you. When I came to this town, I didn't know anyone. I was all alone in a world completely different from my own.
I'm still never sure if I'm doing this accent right, but fuck it, we're going with it.
This era is so peaceful. That's a wonderful thing, but it scares me. All I know was the fight against Sir. But now I have friends. But now I have friends. Real friends who I can share my secrets with.
Like the one where you're never coming back, Amame. God damn it, just tell me.
All these people who lived before I was born are working so hard for my sake. It's a strange feeling, but a happy one too.
I've just realized I could just basically go back to like past episodes and just recycle the audio I've recorded. I feel like I've had this conversation before, but hey-ho. That's what this game's all about, right? Feeling like you've done everything before.
I wanted you to know that.
I've heard these words before. Just like last time, her tone is wistful. The time machine can only leap to the past. The truth I heard from Daru plays in my head in an endless refrain.
Living with you guys in this time, it's really been fun. When I met you, you were all so strange and unique and over the top. I was kind of shocked at first, actually. But before I knew it, I started to enjoy spending time with you. 2036 is peaceful too. People don't even fight anymore. Did you know that?
I shake my head.
Anyway, people don't fight. Ever. About anything. All forms of conflict, war included, have vanished. Poof, without a trace. Instead, everyone has dead eyes like fish. No one has ambition, nobody dreams. They just trudge through their lives without a single complaint. Oh sure, people smile, but they never get angry or sad. There's no individuality. Everyone's a robot. You really got mad at me before, remember? I was really surprised, but at the same time, I was really happy.
Suzuha looks at the time machine. Dara and Mayuri are standing next to it, talking cheerfully about something or another.
You're all so bright and full of life. I envy you. Shina Mayuri, Ishida Itaru, even Makase Kurisu. And of course, you. I want to be more like you. It's thanks to all of you that I'm still going strong. Being a lab man, even if just for a little while, it was great.
She smiles and then a soft, sad smile that tears at my heart. This time I know what that smile means.
Being with you guys, even if just for a little while, it was great.
Suzuha obviously knew from the beginning that if she traveled to 1975, she could never return.
Change the future, Okabe Rintaro. Make it a world like this one where people can be free.
The first time I heard her speak these words, I thought she was sentimental because she couldn't return to her original 2036. I was wrong. Forget about 2036. 36. I don't even know what year that is, but whatever. She can't even return here to 2010. Not without living 35 years. She'll be 54 when 2010 comes around. The present us and the present Suzuha can never meet again. Suzuha chose this mission. To change the future. To save Mayuri. Unless Suzuha travels to 1975, Mayuri will die. But then, what about Suzuha herself? When she leaves for 1975, she'll have to sacrifice everything that she has here. How does she feel about that? Do you?
Huh?
Do you regret spending time with us?
What do you mean?
Do you regret making new friends here? New memories? Do you wish you had kept your distance? You've already abandoned one life. Now you have to abandon another. In a sense, it's like you're killing yourself.
Did Ishida Ritsuru tell you?
Suzuha frowns. He's worried about you.
Jeez, I told him not to tell anybody.
Well, how do you feel about going to 1975?
It doesn't matter how I feel.
Suzuha's expression suddenly hardens.
I have to go. It's the path I chose, and it's what my dad wanted.
What if we asked you to stay?
I'll go anyway. One of those guys on that channel ever asked what right I have to change the future and decide the fate of the human race. He had a point. But still, I don't want the future to turn out like that. I want the people in my time to be free like you. Free to laugh and play, to fight and argue, and to get sad and cry. If I change the future, then no one will die. Not you, not Shina Mayuri, and not my dad. Maybe I don't have the right, but I'm going anyway.
Even if you can never return?
Aw, come on! 70's not a bad time, you know? I'll find friends there just like you guys, and we'll have a blast!
Just like that, Suzuha's back to her usual self. But despite her cheerful smile, I'm certain that her resolve was forged from fear and doubt. And doubt the likes of which few can imagine. I was fool to think that my words could sway her. Beneath the clear blue sky, the time machine comes to life. Daru's repairs are complete. Mayuri and I helped drain the last of the water out the cockpit. The machine is still stuck in Radakon's wall, but that's a small matter. Daru gazes at the time machine with a satisfied expression. Mayuri is jumping for joy, and Kurisu, who ran over as soon as she completed the time leap machine, is visibly relieved. Meanwhile, Suzuha is struggling to attach her mountain bike to the time machine's exterior. She likes it so much she wanted to bring it with her to 1975. Kurisu was worried it might cause a time paradox. My heart is still heavy. Should I let Suzuha leave like this? I chide myself for the thought. It's not my choice to make. Suzuha isn't from this time. If she doesn't want to stay, then I have no reason to keep her from leaving. Suzuha finishes securing her bicycle and turns to us with a soft smile. It's not the painful, forced smile I saw yesterday. We don't perform a startup test. Activating the time machine would draw too much attention. So we're just going to wing it. Fortunately, we have the time leap machine for insurance. My only regret is that we couldn't find her father.
Thanks, guys. Really, I can't thank you enough. Don't forget about us!
If you want to thank me, then let's make out.
Control yourself, perv.
The lab mems pat Suzuha on the shoulder and offer words of encouragement, in his or her own way.
Oh, right. Take this.
Suzuha offers me her father's pin. OSHM *** 7010. In the end, we couldn't decipher the inscription.
This is for you, Okabe Rintaro. Keep it in the lab, will you? Somewhere out of sight is fine.
お前
Suzuha. Is she regretting her decision to leave? Is this pin meant to be proof that Amame Suzuha was here with us in this time? About the pin. Daru hesitates for a moment, then steps forward. Why don't we make duplicates for all the lab mems? Make it our symbol, I guess.
Oh, that's a great idea! How unusually thoughtful of you. I don't know what to say.
We already took a picture of it, so keep your pin, Ameshi. It belongs to your dad, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I stay silent. There's nothing I can say. If I could stop Suzuha from leaving, I could stop Suzuha from leaving if I tried. But unless she goes, I can't save Mayuri. Okay, everyone! Da-da-da-da! Mayushi has an important announcement to make! Mary suddenly raises her hands and calls for attention. I'm so surprised my voice broke there. As usual, she completely fails to sense the gravity of the situation, though I suppose it's our fault for not telling her the truth about Suzuha's time machine. In any case, she has my attention. What could her announcement be? Could Mayuri have found that she's fated to die? I quickly glance at Kurisu, but she seems just as confused as I am. Then what is it? Huh? Actually, Mayushi found Suzu-san's dad! Huh? What? Really? Mary puffs out her chest proudly. What about him? You do, don't you? Well, he's here with us today! Where? Everyone, including me, starts looking around. Mayuri had us hook, line, and sinker. I scanned the empty event hall, but there's no one else here. Where could he be?
Allow me to introduce you. Suzu-san's dad is...
God damn it. Why did I have to record this late at night? I could have actually done the goddamn drum roll. Is that a drum roll? Ta-da! Suzu-san's dad is... Mayuri flashes Suzuha a grin. Daru-kun! Okay, let's see how Mayuri explains this one, because I toyed with the idea briefly. She thrusts her finger at Daru. Our mouths drop. After awkward silence comes awkward laughter.
That joke's not even logical. It's impossible for this bird to get married in the first place.
Hey, that kinda hurts. I completely agree with Christina. Daru's fate has become a wizard when he turns 30. You gotta be nicer about it, guys. That is the truth, so I can't object. Daru fell on the floor. Daru falls to his hands and knees, devastated. As for Suzuha herself, she clearly doesn't know how to react.
You know, my dad wasn't fat. Jeez, you're all so mean to Daru-kun.
Mayushi's the only one who's to stand up for me. You're an angel, Mayushi. Do you love me?
Nope.
Back on your hands and knees with you, Daru. Harsh.
Mayushi's 100,000,000% sure that Daru-kun is Suzuha's dad. Okay, what's your proof? I was thinking about the letters on Suzu-san's pin. After staring at it really hard, I noticed the 7 and the 7010 look a little weird. It's not a 7, it's a 2. The light fell off the bottom. Really?
I mean, I thought it might have looked like a P, to be honest, but I thought it might have been Oshimura Polo. Suzuha stares at the inscription on the pin again.
It's so small I can't tell. It's easy to see on the picture we took. 2010? That's this year.
Then what do the letters mean? OSHM ***A 7010. That's what's inscribed on the pin.
That's easy! Okabe, Shina, Ashida, Makase, and finally, Amame.
Good. We've stricken 3 of them from the record. We've stricken Faris, we've stricken Lukako, and we've stricken that bitch Moeka. Thank Christ. What? It was right in front of us all along. We just didn't know where to look. It's our initials!
So I was thinking, why 2010? Then I remembered it's the year of the lab mems.
The year at the lab mems?
The Future Gadget Laboratory was founded this year.
This is our logo? Huh. It's not bad, I'll give it that.
So that's what it was. You know, Suzu-san has lots of stories about future Okami and a future Christian, but not a single story about Daru-kun, right?
There weren't any about Mayushi either. Daru's observation startles me. It's an obvious thing to wonder about, but it strikes too close to home.
Well, Mayushi's a lab man, but I can't make time machines and I don't like fighting. Of course I'm not famous.
No, No, the reason there aren't any stories about Mayushi is because she dies in a few hours. Only Kurisu, Suzuha, and I know that, and we say nothing.
But Darukun's a super hacker, and Okarin's right on! He even helped Okarin make phone wave jam! So I thought it was strange that Suzu-san didn't know him! So you're saying he used a different name? Barrel Taita helped Okarin found the resistance, right? And he was an Akiba in 2010! And he was able to build his own time machine!
And Daruku managed to repair a Mame's, so, you know. 2 plus 2 kind of makes 7 in this situation, but that's the right answer.
And he knows about Okarin's reading spaghetti!
Reading Steiner.
He knew about it! Doesn't that fit Daruku perfectly? She's right. Do you remember the day Suzu-san went to meet her father? Thought he would be at the time machine of Light Meat.
We know that because we tailed her.
Daruku was supposed to be there too, right?
But we stopped him from going. Shit, we did that. That meat was seriously important to the history of Japanese sci-fi. At least I got a sneak in while tailing a Mameshi. I don't remember that. It must have happened because of the D-mail I sent. This is the curse of reading Steiner. Sorry, I'm chewing on a throat sweet at the moment. And my nose refuses to stop dribbling. It's kind of disgusting, but hey, I've got to go on. This is the curse of reading Steiner. Although I keep my memories from the previous world lines, I don't acquire memories of events in our new world lines.
Dad told me about the meat when I was little. I don't remember what he said exactly, but I thought he might be able to meet him there.
So if I'd been at the meet, everything would have been okay?
I don't know. I don't think I had to picture out as my dad.
Still, the evidence keeps piling up.
And then there's the time machine's name, FG204 something something. What was it? FG204 second edition version 2.31.
Oh, yep, that's got Daru written all over it. God damn it, Daru. The naming sense. It's gonna be Daru.
And FG probably stands for Future Gadget.
So Suzuha's time machine is Future Gadget number 204?
Finally his name. Barrel Taita has to be Daru-kun. I think of it last night. Mayuri asked how you say barrel in Japanese. Barrel is taru in Japanese, right, Christian?
Kurisu nods. Itaru. Daru?
It's a pun? Okay, Suzu-san. Say Hashira Itaru 10 times fast. What? Why? Just say it and...
Wrong voice.
Just say it and find out.
Okay.
Just now, didn't it sound like Daita? It did.
I don't know, I didn't hear it, but...
Hashidaitaru. 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 Hashidaitaru.
For reals?
For super reals.
Okarin then choked to death on what I'm assuming is his own phlegm. I can't believe it. But with all this evidence laid out in front of me, I can't deny it either. Everyone's jaw drops again, only this time we're staring at Daru and Suzuha.
she looks just like her father.
プラシーボ効果かしらね。
That could just be
言
the
われてみれ
placebo
ば、
effect.
二人が似てるよ
Now
うな
that
気
you
もし
mention
て
it,
きた。
they kind of do look alike.
お手柄だな。
Nice work, Mayuri. We'll make a great detective one day.
That's the first time anyone said that.
She's such a ditz most of the time, but maybe she's more perceptive than anyone knows.
ああ、娘。
My
天野氏
daughter?
僕の
Mame, she's my daughter? Daru, wide-eyed, points at Zazua while flapping his lips like a fish out of water.
父さん。
Dad.
そういう時はパパと呼びなさい。
Could you call me Papa instead? I hate it because Daru's it's just everything Daru says up until this point has been kind of pervy. So it's just but okay.
こんな時ぐらい変態はやめ
Once
ろ
in
よ。
your life, don't be a perv.
父さん。
Dad!
Zazua tries to hold back her tears, but can't. They fall from her eyes and roll down her cheeks.
おう
Seeing this, Daru stops his joking and lets Zazua speak.
私。
I came, Dad. I
父さんに会
came
うた
to
め
see
に。
you in this time machine you built.
うん。
Yeah.
父さんのやろうとしていたことを
I'm going to finish what you started. I
やり遂
promise.
げるから。
うん。
Yeah.
だから
Watch over me,
見ててほしい。
okay?
見てるよ。
I'm watching.
絶対見てる
Of
よ。
course I am. Zazua walks up to Daru and hugs him gently. Daru awkwardly but firmly hugs her back. Father and daughter reunited across time. I'm truly glad we could bring them together.
ちなみに君の母さんは可愛かった？ロリ顔で背が小さくてだけど巨乳ってのを希
By the
望。
way, was your mother cute? Request petite girl with a cute face and big boobs.
それは内緒にしとく。
That's a secret.
When Zazua finally steps away from Daru, she's smiling once again.
さてと、
Well,
これでこの世界
that
線
takes care of everything I wanted to do on this world line.
そろそろ
Guess I should be going.
待て。
Wait, you're going already? Don't you have more to say to your father?
積もる話があったりしないのか。
What am I doing? Suzua's mind is set. I know that nothing I can say will convince her to stay. It's madness to even try. If she stays, Mayuri dies. I know that. So why am I trying to stop her?
私は大丈夫。
No,
きっと
no, I'm fine now.
IBM5100 を手に入れて
I'm going to get an IBM 5100, just like I promised.
She looks at us with the face of a warrior.
未来を変えるのは
I'll bring it to you here in Akihabara. That's my duty, and I'll see it through.
荷物をこの秋
The
葉原
rest
に
is up
絶
to
対
you.
持ってくるから。お願い。
Change the
未
future,
来を変え
please.
てほしい。
Nobody speaks. Nobody nods. We don't have the words. But she sees it in our faces. Resolve. Suzuha has entrusted us with her will and her mission. We meet her gaze, each of us, and silently swear to protect them to the end. The future Suzuha came from is not the future we desire. In Suzuha's time, Daru and I fought to change it. This time we'll make sure it never happens. Mayuri will live. Kurisu will be free. Suzuha will grow up knowing her father. We must change the future. That all these things may come to pass.
それじゃ35
Well,
年後に会おうね。
See you in 35 years.
君たちにとっては数時間
Although
後
I guess it'll only be a few hours for you guys.
あ、そうそう。
Oh,
タイ
I
ム
almost
マシンが
forgot.
時間跳躍する
The
とき
time machine gives off
紫外線光がす
terrific.
ごいから
Terrific?
直視しない方がいいよ。
The time machine gives off terrific ultraviolet rays when it jumps, so make sure not to look directly at it.
With that final warning, Suzuha boards the time machine She waves once, and then the hatch closes behind her. Moments later, the time machine comes to life. The shrill alarm starts ringing. There are no other sounds. It makes less noise than I'd expect. People on the street below start shouting and cheering at the satellite's sudden activity. They all look up and point. My phone vibrates. I quickly take it out and open it. The mail is from Suzuha.
Goodbye.
When I failed to stop her on a previous world line, she sent the exact same message before leaving. But this time, the word holds a completely different meaning. I went a bit northern there. I lift my eyes from message. I lift my eyes from the message to see the space around the time machine begin to warp. A cocoon of light appears and envelops the fuselage? I don't even know what a fuselage is. I squint my eyes against the brilliance. Suzuha. We will never see her again. Not this Suzuha. Yes, we can seek her out in our time. I know that I will make the effort. But the next time we meet, an immense gulf of time will have divided us. No matter how hard we wished it were different, she will not be the girl we knew. All of a sudden, Daru takes a step into the light.
Suzuha!
Suzuha!
きっとまた会おうな
I'm sure we'll meet again.
僕その時まで頑張るか
I'll
ら
do my best until then.
頑張るだなんて
I hate myself for not knowing any other way to say it, but
自分の
I'll do my best.
とにかく僕は頑張るから
wow, my cat actually feels my emotions.
頑張ってな
She's come to see if I'm okay. Huh. I'll do my best, I promise. So Suzuha, do your best too. His words probably can't reach her anymore. As the light grows more intense, I raise my hand to shield my eyes. Bathed in radiant particles, the cocoon slowly unfurls. The next thing I know, Suzuha's time machine has vanished into thin air, leaving a hole the size of a dump truck in Radakon's wall. The air is thick with the smell of ozone, and seems to pulse softly where the time machine stood. We stand there for a while, staring silently into the empty spot where the summer breeze blows gently past, as if the wind were fate itself. Unfortunately, we don't have time to mourn a departure. In about an hour and a half, Moeka's group will attack the lab. Before that happens, we need to acquire the IBM 5100 that Suzuha went to 1975 to obtain. The time machine's sudden disappearance has thrown the area into chaos, which makes it easy for us to slip out unnoticed. See you in 35 years, Suzuha had said. 54-year-old Suzuha should be here in Akaba. Before she left, we decided that the time machine's disappearance would be her cue to bring the IBM 5100 to the lab. But when we returned to the lab, there's no 54-year-old woman waiting for us. It seems that Suzuha hasn't come yet. No more running. Kurisu gasps for breath while Mayuri calmly munches on a banana. As I check the lab for any sign of Suzuha, a red line of numbers catches my eye. The meter reads 0.337187%. Divergence hasn't changed. Reading Steiner didn't activate this time, so I suspected that might be the case. Let's think this through. Through that divergence I thought that the divergence would change the instant Suzuha obtained an IBM 5100 in 1975. But maybe there's something else that needs to happen. Will it change the instant Suzuha hands me the IBM 5100? Or will it change when we use the IBM 5100 to delete my email from CERN's database? At any rate, all we can do now is wait for Suzuha to arrive. Suzuha's 54 by now, right? After catching my breath, Daru speaks. My daughter is 30 years older than me. I don't know if I want to see that. Feels weird, man.
You know, it wouldn't be unusual for her to have grandchildren by that age.
You mean I could have great grandkids? I don't know if I'm ready for that, man.
Just be super nice to them. That's what grandpas do.
Please, don't call me Grandpa. A knock on the door interrupts their idle chatter. It must be Suzuha. Everyone looks at me. With a strange mixture of anticipation and anxiety, I slowly open the door.
Oh, Okabe.
Okabe! Instead of an old woman, we get a wall of muscle. Our disappointment is palpable. Oh, it's you. Hey, have you seen my part-timer? Mr. Braun peeks into the lab.
If you look at Suzuha, she went 35 years.
Shut up, Mayuri.
Shut up, Mayuri.
Kursu covers Mayuri's mouth. You know something? Where did that girl run off to? She's had the last couple of days off, and I don't know when she's coming next. She won't even answer her phone. We don't have time for this, but I can't just order him to leave. Not unless I want another cracked skull. She said she went back to her hometown. She's probably gone for good. What? You sure? That brat. She didn't say a word to me. The future is changing. Isn't this proof? On my previous leaps, Mr. Braun never came by the lab. This must be related to Suzuha's trip to 1975. Surely it's a good sign. Now, as long as the attractor field doesn't amend history again. Mr. Braun sighs, and then turns to me with a serious expression. Well, whatever. I've got something for you, Okabe. For me? He hands me an envelope. It's addressed to Okabe Rintaro, but there's no stamp or postmark. The name Hashida Suzu is written on the back. What is this? It's from the lady who used to own this building. She asked me to give it to you on this day. Who? How do you know Suzu-san anyway? Suzu-san? Suzu-san. Of course! The name of the bat reads Hashida Suzu. Hashida is Daru's surname. Where is she now? Huh? She passed away 10 years ago. Passed away? She's dead? A wave of dizziness nearly sweeps me off my feet. How old was she? Mid-40s, I think. The age fits. Thank you for taking care of this letter, Mr. Braun.
Is it from Suzu-san?
Seriously? Why did he have it? Mr. Braun clearly doesn't understand our reaction, and we're not about to explain. I thank him again. He grumbles a bit and leaves. As soon as he's gone, I break the seal and open the envelope. Inside is a handwritten letter. The characters are slightly messy, as if her hand was shaking as she wrote it. Her eyes transfixed begin to read.
Dear Okabe Rintaro.
Yes, I'm still going to do the voice. I don't give a shit. Deal with it.
It's me, Amame Suzuha, Hashida Taita's daughter. It's been a long time. Though for you, I'm sure only a few hours have passed. The date is June 13th, the year 2000. Meaning I'm writing this 10 years before you will read it. I'll get right to the point. I failed.
I figured this was her not being able to get the time machine, the IBM.
The date is June 14th, the year 2000. About 9 or 10 years before you will read this. I failed. I only remembered who I was 1 year ago today. The day Nostradamus said the King of Terror would come. Stupid King of Terror! He should have come and burned us all away! For 24 years I forgot who I was. All I could remember was my name. I finally remembered 1 year ago. The day the King of Terror was supposed to come, but didn't. There's no King of Terror, but I want to die. The repairs were incomplete. The time machine malfunctioned. When I arrived in 1975, I couldn't remember anything. They found me lying in the street like a broken doll and they took me to the hospital. Now I've been living on my own for years. But that's Hishida Suzu, a normal person who forgot the duty and mission of Amami Suzuha. I only remembered last year. I failed. Something went wrong. I don't know what. The repairs were incomplete, but it's not my dad's fault, it's mine. I should have gone straight to 1975. I shouldn't have stopped in 2010, but I was selfish, and now the future is doomed. There's no IBM 5100. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. For what purpose have I lived to this age? I forgot my duty and lived a carefree life instead. Now my life has no meaning at all. It's worthless. Worthless! Worthless! I wish I hadn't remembered. I'm glad I finally remembered. I'm glad I had this chance to say sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. Our plan failed. I spent the whole year asking myself why. I finally figured it out. If I hadn't postponed my leap to 1975, this wouldn't have happened. Okabe Rintaro. After the offline meet, you stopped me from going to 1975. I was really happy, but that's where it all went wrong. I should have left. I shouldn't have waited. That was my last chance. That night there was a thunderstorm. That time machine was flooded. If you can go back to that day, please, please let me leave. And I can bring you the IBM 5100. I can fulfill my mission. Please. That's all I want. I promised Dad. This was his dream. I want to change the future. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My life was meaningless.
My hands curl, crumpling the page. I realize that I'm crying. Suzuha failed. She lost her memory. Her life was meaningless. This can't be happening. Nobody said a word. Their faces, like mine, are frozen in disbelief. I turn to Daru. He's whiter than a sheet. Daru. Didn't you fix the time machine?
な、治ってたはずだよ。
I did. I thought I did, but I mean, that was my first time repairing a time machine. I might have missed something.
見落としたと。
Missed
そ
something!
のせいでお前の娘は
Whatever you missed, whatever you missed cost your daughter 24 years of her life!
僕だって
I didn't do it on purpose!
そうよ。
Calm down, both of you. Hashida did everything he could. He doesn't deserve your anger, Okabe.
お前はなんでそんなに冷静
How can you be so calm?
こういう性格なの。
That's how I am.
と
Sorry,
にか
now,
く落ち着け。
now calm down.
It's not Daru's fault. I know that. But it can't end like this. It can't! What was Suzuha feeling as she wrote this letter? I look at it again, the words scrawled upon the page, every character resonant with despair. I wanted to welcome her back with a smile. Instead, this. Suzuha is dead. 10 years gone. Wait. How did she die? Don't tell me. Mr. Braun must know what happened. I run to the window and check the street. Mr. Braun is outside, closing up shop.
ミスター・ブラウン
Mr. Braun! I run downstairs.
お岡部
Okabe!
時間の人口
Did you hear? The satellite up and disappeared.
大騒ぎらしい
Everyone's talking about it. I guess it's already made the
そんな
news.
ことより
Please. I need to know. Huh? Know what?
橋田鈴さんの
Ashida Suzu-san.
亡くなった状況について
How did she die?
知ってどう
Why do you want to know that? He looks at me hard. I meet his stare unflinching.
俺は
I
今まで
don't know anything about how she died.
彼女の最後を
I need to know what her last moments were
知
like.
っておかなければならない
I feel
そんな気がするんです
it's my duty to know. To engrave her memory into my heart.
単なる好奇心ってわけじゃ
Sounds like you've got a reason.
でもう一度
What I want to know is how you met her.
鈴さん
古い
She was
知り合いです
an old acquaintance. That's all I can
と
say.
ても古い知り合いで
A very old acquaintance. But I still remember the time I spent with her.
聞かせて
So please,
ください
tell me.
あまり言いたくはないんだがな
I don't like it to talk about it,
俺が言うことは
but alright.
殺して聞け
Listen good, Okabe. I slowly nod, and then I get my answer.
自殺だ
It was suicide. The word drops on my heart like an anvil. My knees give out. I collapse to the pavement. Suicide.
自宅で
She hung herself at home. I was the one who found her.
第一発見者だ
My life was meaningless. I recalled the last words she wrote in her letter. Words of unimaginable despair. She didn't deserve so bleak an end.
そんなことになる1年ぐらい前
She became unstable about a year before it happened. Before that, she was such a nice, cheerful lady.
優しい人だったんだが俺はあの人
This building was hers.
下宿させてもらっ
She
た
gave me a place to stay.
鈴さんは天涯孤独
She had no relatives, you know.
葬式には
Almost no one came to her funeral.
寂しい
It was a sad thing to see.
さっきの手紙は
She handed me that letter a week before it happened.
渡された
Told me to give it to a young man named Okabe Rintaro on this exact date.
岡部に鈴さんは
When you moved in upstairs, I thought Suzu-san must have seen the future or something.
上に越してきた時はな
Enough. I can't take any more. I try to stand, but my legs betray me. I stumble, but before I fall, a small body supports my shoulder.
おかり
Are you okay? Mayuri. It must be taking all her strength to hold me up. Did Mayuri hear how Suzuha died? Her eyes are wet, and her lips are trembling. Still, she's the one supporting me. Mayuri and I bowed deeply to Mr. Braun and returned to the lab. When we get back, Daru is seated at his computer, head on the table. Kurisu is standing in front of the TV, watching an excited reporter talk about Radicon. The disappearance of the satellite is huge news, obviously. The lounge is silent, save for the TV. I look at the table. The divergence meter still reads 0.337187%. It hasn't changed since before Suzuha left. What went wrong? I can't go back 10 years with the time leap machine. I can't do anything about Suzuha's death. Should I have stopped her from leaving after all? Maybe this tragedy wouldn't have happened. No. What choice did I have? I can't save Mayuri without the IBM 5100. Suzuha had to travel to 1975. I consider my options. What if I redo these 2 days again? Could Daru fix the time machine so this doesn't happen? Is fixing the time machine even possible? Daru's skills are second to none, and the time machine was built by his own hand 26 years in the future. It seems logical that he would be able to fix it. But look at it another way. It took Daru 26 years to learn enough to build the time machine, and he had to reverse engineer CERNs to do it. Maybe it's unreasonable to expect our Daru to perform flawless repairs in only 2 days. In that case, I can have Daru use the time leap machine and repeat these 2 days until he repairs it? No, he'll have to start from scratch each time. 2 days just aren't enough. I collapse onto the sofa and bury my face in my hands. Mayuri sits next to me and gently rubs my back. I'm grateful for her kindness. I recall what Suzuha wrote. If you can go back to that day, please let me leave. The D-mail I sent. Could that be the cause? On the original world line, Suzuha leapt to 1975 after failing to meet her father. Unsatisfied with that outcome, I sent a D-mail to convince myself to follow Suzuha and prevent her from leaving. As a result, she remained in 2010 for an additional 4 days. But that night, the time machine was damaged by a thunderstorm. If I hadn't followed Suzuha that day, if I hadn't sent that D-mail to myself, her time machine would not have malfunctioned. She would have arrived safely in 1975. The solution is obvious. I need to cancel that D-mail. But can I really do that? If I change the past so that Suzuha leaves, will that undo the 4 days we spent together? Our frantic search through the streets of Akaba. Her heartfelt confession on the roof of Radicon. Her tearful reunion with her father, Daru. All of it will be undone. What do I do? An urgent bulletin pops up on the TV. I look up in surprise. Bomb threat suspends Yamanote, Sobu, Keihin Tohu lines. Damn, Moeka's men will be here any minute. There's no time to think, and no time to hesitate. I run downstairs, break into the Braun Tube workshop, and turn on the 42-inch CRT. Then I return to the lab and activate the time leap machine.
What are you doing, Okabe?
Kurisu demands answers. I can see the fear in her eyes. I can't just leave things like this. I have to do something.
Okabe. Are you sure?
Don't try to stop me, Mayuri. I can't let this stand. There are two options. I can cancel the D-mail that convinced me to pursue Suzuha. Sending a contradictory D-mail should do the trick. Or I can leave again and prevent Suzuha from leaving. Two options. But really, just one. Do not hesitate, Okabe Rintaro. Hesitation is unforgivable. You already know what you must do. Stop pursuit. Last mail is a CERN trap. That should be enough to convince me to let Suzuha go. Kurisu, you're good at remembering dates, aren't you?
Huh? Well, sure.
When did we throw a party for Suzuha?
4日前
4 days ago, August 9th.
おかり
You're sending an email, come in! Will that make everything disappear?
全部消えちゃうんだよ
4 days. It may not sound like much, but in that time we forged a definite bond with Suzuha. To send this email to sever that bond. I know that. I know that! But this is the only choice I have! I set the phone wave to 97 hours ago. This email should arrive a few hours after the first. Now I just need to send it. Save Mayuri. That is my purpose. This is what drove me to leap through time. I'll do whatever it takes to save her. This is just one more sacrifice. Erase the time you spent with Suzuha. Destroy whatever bond you had. Send the email! Push the button! Is that what Suzuha wants? You'll be saving her from 25 years of loneliness. From ending her life in utter despair. Save Suzuha. Save Mayuri! This is the right thing to do. This is right. But is it really? Is erasing those memories really the right thing to do? Isn't that just running away from reality? Shouldn't I try time leaping first? Maybe there's another way. What should I do? It's the right choice! Stop, you're starting to doubt. Never doubt! I don't know the answer, but I need to reach a conclusion or else. I can't. I can't do it. I can't send this email. Acting on impulse, I donned the headgear and punched in a 48-hour time leap.
Do you have a plan?
I ignore her and bite down hard on my lip. If the taste of blood fills my mouth, I press the button. For a moment, I was concerned it wasn't going to work. That was an awfully long pause.